Beneath the relentless sun of ancient Hellas, a sound began to echo that would change the course of history. It was not the chaotic clatter of tribal raids, but the rhythmic, thunderous pulse of a disciplined machine made of men and bronze. At the heart of this military revolution stood a single iconic object, the Argive arspes. Often misidentified simply as a hoplite shield, this circular masterpiece was far more than a tool of defense. It was the foundational technology that birthed the phalanx and defined Western warfare for centuries. The arspes was a masterpiece of ancient engineering. Unlike the flat bucklers and shields of the East, the Argive design was deeply concave, a dished basin, measuring between 80 and 100 centimeters in diameter. Its core was meticulously carved from light, resilient woods, typically poplar, willow, or oak, seasoned with precision to prevent warping. This wooden base was then faced with a thin layer of bronze, often only half a millimeter thick. This curvature was a stroke of scientific genius. It did not just deflect blows, it channeled the kinetic energy of an impact across the entire surface area, preventing the wooden structure from shattering even under the weight of a heavy spear thrust. The true innovation, however, lay on the interior. Before the 7th century BC, shields were held by a single central handle, placing immense strain on the warrior's wrist. The Argive design revolutionized ergonomics with a dual grip system. In the center was the porpax, a wide bronze armband through which the hoplite thrust his forearm. At the edge of the rim was the antilabe, a leather or cord handle for the hand to grip. This shift allowed the shield's weight, often reaching 8 kilograms, to be distributed across the entire arm and shoulder. A warrior could now carry his bronze wall for hours, maintaining an unbreakable line without the premature fatigue that plagued earlier armies. Beyond the battlefield, the arspes carried a profound moral and social weight. In the Greek city-state, the shield was a symbol of a citizen's commitment to his peers. One might lose a helmet or a breastplate and be forgiven, as those served the individual. But to lose the shield was a crime against the state. The act of discarding it, known as ripsaspia, was the ultimate betrayal of the social contract, for it meant abandoning the men who relied on your cover for their survival. This ethos is immortalized in the legendary Spartan command, etan, epi tas, with it or on it. These were not just words, they were the cold command of a mother to her son. Unlike the modern world, the Spartan woman did not fear the loss of her child for the sake of the motherland. She understood that a man's life belongs to his city. When the fallen were brought home, it was the mother who stepped forward first. She did not weep. She searched for the location of the wound. If the wound was on his back, it meant he had turned, he had run, he had failed his brothers and his shield. Such a death was met with silence and shame. But if the wound was on his chest, if the steel had pierced him from the front, then she knew. He had stood his ground. He had faced the enemy until his final breath. Only then did she embrace her pride. For her son, returning upon his bronze arspes, was a hero who had kept his promise to the phalanx. Imagine the scene of a fallen warrior borne through the streets upon the very shield that failed to save him, but never failed his honor. For over 3 centuries, this arspes remained the dominant defensive technology of the ancient world. It was more than a weapon, it was a testament to a culture that valued the strength of the collective over the glory of the individual. Even today, it remains the ultimate icon of resilience, a reminder of a time when the safety of the many rested firmly on the arm of the man standing next to you.